I'd like to call to order the Municipality of Monroeville Citizens Night for August 4th, 2016. It is approximately 10 after 7. If we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We're going to start off with citizens' remarks and comments. I'm going to get the sign-in sheet there. Are you first, Nicole?
Sure.
We have Nicole Henline, Monroeville resident.
She's supposed to say that. I'm just helping.
I'm reading off the list.
I can say it again if you want.
That's her job.
Hi, I'm Nicole Henline, Director of the Monroe Library. And I just like to come when I can to let you know how appreciative we are of your support and let you know what's going on at the library. We have a few great upcoming programs, and especially for music lovers. Two of them that you'll notice in there. One is this coming Tuesday called Friends in Harmony, a summer concert. And then in September, we have the Ortner-Marcinison duo, and it's klezmer music, gypsy, jazz, Latin, a very good duo.
What was the name of that duo again?
What's that?
What was the name of that duo?
Oh, that's mean. I'm not going to repeat that, sorry. So please join us for those. Those are just two of the adult programs. There's a whole list on our website. For children, this Saturday we have the annual treasure hunt. The kids hunt for gold in the children's room and then can buy things in the store that's set up in the program room. It involves math skills and decision making to get the most out of their money, and it's just a fun time. So they're welcome to join us this Saturday at 8 a.m. And the next 3 Thursdays, we have a program called On My Way to K, Stories and Skills Review for Children Entering Kindergarten. And we have 2 more programs this summer from the Carnegie Science Center. So for those children's programs and more, please visit our website or stop in at the library.
Nicole, what are the ages for the, like the gold treasure hunt?
That particular one is... That's terrible, I don't remember. That, I believe, is about 3 and up. They're usually pretty flexible. If the kids want to participate, they can participate.
Did you say the treasure hunt one?
Oh, K through 4th
Kindergarten
grade.
through 4th.
K through 4, yep.
Perfect, okay.
Well, you can do Lego ones, 2nd through 6th.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We have a Lego clubs for everyone. We have an adult
Oh.
Lego club as well. So, if you like Legos, it's the place to check out. We have, well, please join us if you love Legos. We're having I think it's our 3rd or 4th annual Star Party on August 19th. And we're partnering with the Amateur Astronomers Association of Pittsburgh. It is the 3rd annual. Fred Klein and his fellow AAA members, and they're sharing their knowledge, expertise, and plenty of telescope equipment to showcase the wonders of the galaxy. And that is August 19th, and that happens not at the library, but behind Ramsey Elementary School in Beechwood Park. So that's a great one to join us and bring the whole family. And there's a lot more, but I'm not going to spend too much more of your time. I just wanted to let you know about those programs. We also have an exciting initiative with Rotary. We're working with Rotary to provide books to Village in Kenya, books that we're weeding off of our shelves to make room for new books, but are still in decent condition. We've sent about 10 boxes so far with help from the Rotary. And now, the Rotary is partnering with two of my staff members to raise money to actually have a library built in this village in Kenya, so that we can continue to send them books that we're no longer using, but they can certainly use.
Weren't there crocodiles involved in this?
It's actually not funny, that's terrible. What happened was, this village in Kenya, Rotary helped build a water system, remember what it is? Because the people of the village had to go fairly far to crocodile-infested waters to get their water. And there were actually people, in the time it took between the time they started to the time they actually built it, I believe 4 people died getting water because of that problem. So that's how Rotary started working with this village, and now we're really excited to be part of the continued effort.
Fantastic.
So, thank you so much.
Hey,
Thank
real
you.
quick, I had some pictures of the library I was going to show at the end. Could I just do that now since Nicole's up here?
Sure, go ahead.
And Joe, is that possible?
I'm sorry, sir, I missed the question.
Could we show my pictures now instead of at the end?
Sure, you want to do it right now?
Sure.
That's fine.
So Nicole's kind of humble. She comes up here and tells us what a lot of the program stuff going on at the library, but you have to go into the library and see all the great stuff they're doing. Right here, this is new. It was a reading nook. This is, right there's the reading nook, and it is used. My daughter actually used it. I had a pretty cute picture, but Joe wouldn't let me put it up. And then the next picture here was just a nice shot. It is still a library. There are still a lot of library books in there. There are quiet sections of the library now because libraries aren't shh anymore. Libraries are more community-oriented. It's a center to go and to talk, even. But they do have some exclusionary areas that are the shh parts. Go ahead, Joe. That's actually the quiet part, right?
No, this is the audiovisual part.
Yes.
So all of the CDs, DVDs, audiobooks, all the things that you can find on Netflix and Redbox, you can come and borrow for free from the library.
How about that for a gimme? All right, Joe. This is my favorite part of the library. It's brand new. This is it's called the Maker Space. What you're looking here is just a big craft table. Right behind that craft table those drawers are filled with fun things to play with. And they have instructors come in and walk the kids, adults, whomever, through a lot of projects that are a lot of fun. I can't wait to show you the next one. Good job. Those are 3D printers. So you can go in, I don't know how long the line gets, and I don't know the exact parameters, but I know they have 3D printers that you can make. All that stuff in front was made off the 3D printer, correct?
Yes,
And
yes.
you can go in and, again, have an instructor help you work through this stuff.
And we actually have some 3D design classes coming up in September. I don't have the dates for them yet, but
Is there any more, Joe?
I think there might.
And that's the entry to the Makerspace. They did a lot of great work in this library. They're keeping it relevant, keeping it new, but it's still hidden. It's a hidden gem.
So please come visit us. We don't want to be hidden. We want as many people as possible to come in and see what we have to offer. We are there for the entire community, so please join us.
Great.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks, Nicole.
Nicole.
Nice job, Nicole.
Oh, there's the kids' room, sorry. We missed it. It's
Debbie Izok.
Yes, thank you. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm Debbie Izok, and I'm here as a Monroeville resident, but also as a board member of the Monroeville Public Library. And I want to share some...
Don't touch the mic. Don't touch the mic.
Don't touch it.
Gee.
Better watch yourself up there.
I'll talk to her about that
Touch the
later,
mic.
Joe.
Yeah.
You're not getting any more library pictures up.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'll never be invited back. I'm here, I really am here to share some exciting news with you, and I'm going to take a moment and pass this out now.
We can hear you if you just stand. I got 2.
Thank you.
I got 5.
Thank you. I reached out like I was going to be reached.
So everything that Nicole was telling you in terms of what's new and exciting, it's really important to us that the library is accessible to all. And it's becoming more and more obvious to us that there are things that need to be done at the library to make the library accessible to all. And so what I'm here to tell you about tonight is a really very exciting capital campaign that we are about to embark on. The library was built in 1960, and in 1980, they installed an open-air shaft lift. Yeah, it's open all around, there's no walls, it's just a lift that is meant to be able to transport anybody with physical limitations or disabilities from the top floor down to the bottom. It's not an ideal situation. It was fine when it was first installed. Over the years, many, many years, this lift is broken more than it is functioning. And we have invested, I think, as much as is reasonable to keep repairing it. As a matter of fact, the last time somebody came in to repair it, they advised us to not put really any more money. It's dinosaur. And so with that, we really started to study what would be our options of moving forward, because the library needs to be able to be accessible. And we worked with coming up with what we think is a really remarkable solution, where we can use the shaft that is there now and convert it over into a modern elevator. We've worked with getting some feasibility studies done, and they have come back to us and told us that it would take about $200,000 to install a brand-new elevator to the library. I want to assure you, right now, we're not coming to you to ask for dime one. We are prepared to proceed with this capital campaign fully on our own. We are in the midst right now of applying for a Keystone grant in the amount of $100,000, and Nicole has been working tirelessly on putting all the necessary paperwork together to apply for that. It's a $100,000 grant that is a matching grant, which means we have to come up with the additional $100,000. Here's the good news. Friends of the Library already have stepped up and are donating $25,000 towards the project. The library itself has been able, over the course of time, to be prepared for a potential project such as this. And we already have in place a budget of $40,000 that we have fundraised and saved towards this project, which means we already have $65,000 in place towards the $100,000. We need to fundraise for now $35,000. So starting in September, the water bill, there will be an insert that goes out to the residents of the community, asking them for $5, $10, whatever they feel would be affordable for them. We're also going to the businesses within the community to also ask them to help make the library accessible, to be able to do all of that. The Friends are doing a trivia night in September, and we're focusing a lot in September because the bunch through the month September is the month of giving through the foundation, and the Allegheny County Library Association has made plans and arrangements with the Buncher Foundation that there will be matching dollars. So whatever we fundraise in February, there will be matching dollars.
September.
September. I'm sorry, September will be matching dollars with that. So we think we're off to a really good start, and we're excited. We feel that, anybody, with a parent with small children in hand, in strollers, it's going to be a lot easier for them to get downstairs and then back upstairs. Anyone who is physically disabled or has physical limitations, the bottom floor has been really off limits to them. They've not been able to explore the treasures that we have down there. So we're excited, and I can answer any additional questions that you
When's
might
the
have.
deadline for you to turn in for the grant?
The beginning of October.
The beginning of October? And do you have to have your funds in place by the beginning of October, or do you have a
By the end
dead?
of October. By the end of October.
By the end of October, you have to show that you have those funds to match the grant that you've applied for from the beginning of the month.
That is
So
correct.
basically, everything by December 30th.
And we're-
October 31st.
Right, so
Okay.
we're very confident. I mean, I think 35, if we have 65 in hand, we have a foundation that is willing to, and
You're
when they.
really looking for 17.5 in September.
Yeah.
If all the stars align correctly, 17.5 will give you what you're
Yes.
looking for.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
A good place to be.
Yes.
We're in a very good place. So, I mean, we went into this with, I think, some really good planning, and we've done our research, and.
Well, kudos. I know you guys have been looking at this for
Yeah,
a long
long
time.
time.
Very long time, so
So-
you've really done your homework. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good
So,
luck.
Thank you. If I can switch hats for just 1 second and share with you, I'm also part of the Monroeville Jazz Festival.
Cool.
And on August 20th will be the 14th Annual Jazz Festival. And again, through the generous support of the Pittsburgh Foundation this year and many of our local businesses, we're able to make this a free concert to all of our residents. So it is over at the Tall Trees Amphitheater, and we encourage all of you to grab your blankets and your lawn chairs, and the concert starts at 6 o'clock. We have 2 artists that will be performing. Chelsea Barretts is our local regional artist, and she's kind of a jazzy soul saxophone player. And then Adam James is actually from Canada, and he has more of a Harry Connick kind of sound to him. So it'll be a lovely evening. We have food vendors there this year, and a lovely evening for everyone. So
Do we have this information up on our website, Tim?
Yeah, yes, we do.
Okay.
I got it.
That's from 6 to 9 for anyone.
That's 8/20, right? August.
August
August 20th from 6 to 9.
to 6 to 9,
Yeah.
correct. And it is free, and obviously for all ages. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Nicole.
Seeing no one else signed up, we're going to close that portion of the meeting and move over to our proposed agenda. We have an executive session announcement that council conducted an executive session for personnel and litigation reasons prior to tonight's Citizens Night meeting, beginning at 6:30 PM until 7:10 PM. Council legislative action, if any, shall be taken at the August 9th council meeting. Moving over to the approval of minutes, we have the Citizens Night meeting of July 7th, council work session of July 7th, and the regular council meeting of July 12th. Council, any additions or corrections?
No, sir.
Okay. And approve of our tax collections. Any questions or additions? Moving over to a list of bills. Mr. Duncan, any questions this evening?
I have none.
Mr. Caleri?
No, sir.
Mr. Harvey?
None.
Mrs. Gatos?
No, sir.
Okay. There are budget transfers? Yeah. Are there any budget transfers this month?
Yeah, there's budget transfer.
Okay, budget transfers and payroll. Any questions, council?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. And we're going to discuss bids and proposals, or will we say that for Tuesday, Mr. Little?
Well, I think we can, at least council can take a look at the surplus equipment. And Joe, you can, I don't want to steal your thunder here, Joe. You go ahead and take it because this is phenomenal, the amount of money we got on the vehicles. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, it exceeded our expectations. As you might have saw in the paper today, I thought we'd get around $20,000, and we ended up netting $42,837.64.
Nice.
Great.
And
Good job, Joe.
The equipment's going to South Carolina, Tennessee, New Jersey, Missouri, Ohio, New York. So it's a plus that we use Gov Deals because it's a wide area now that we get bids from. So this worked out really well this time.
So what do we do with the money?
What's that?
What do we do with the money?
Up to the manager.
Nice.
What do you do with the money? I can think of about 6 dozen things we can put it towards.
Does it go just like into the general?
Yeah, we're just gonna put that, into the general fund against what, I think we had a line item in there on revenue for that in the past years, Joe. I think we did for that.
Do whatever you want,
AR-15s.
really. Yeah.
Because all that equipment's been depreciated, that's all depreciated out, so you wouldn't put it against that expense line item, putting it back into the expense, you just put that in a revenue line item.
That's great. That's phenomenal.
Very good. Any other questions, council? Okay, moving over to our motions. And Mr. Little.
Yeah, the first motion for Tuesday's council meeting would be a motion to approve the naming rights of 2 pavilions at the Monroeville Community Park through the Monroeville Foundation as follows. It would be the Jerry Palmieri Memorial Pavilion and the UPMC Pavilion. As council knows, we discussed this, even going back to January, where we changed the ordinance for this a little bit, because we had somebody that wanted to give money to have the naming rights on a pavilion. That was Miss Palmieri, her family, and also the UPMC Pavilion, which we received a grant from UPMC to build that new pavilion that is up there. Now, the ordinance states that council has to approve, now I don't know if it's a simple motion is why we have it on there. Council has to look at this and approve it and say it's okay to be put up there. And then after that, we already have the money from UPMC, then I believe and then there's obviously a donation from the Al Palmieri family for 10 years for the number 4 pavilion it will be.
Mr. Little, question. The two are different looking? One looks like it's hanging by a chain.
Yeah.
The other one looks like did they pick these?
They have been given to them, but they know that you have to approve both of them. Now,
Okay,
you
but
can
this is their choice, though, to have it this design
I don't-
versus this design?
I don't know that definitely. I mean, but you can do anything you want. If you like the one with just the one post with the chains, then fine. I mean, that's your call as the council.
I think Dom designed these.
Yeah.
And I think there was a reason.
There was-
Dom
yeah,
Lagorga.
Yeah, I mean, they're very nice. I just wondered why they were different.
Or I don't know if he was giving us options.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Or did they pick these options, or are we given options, or?
They may have picked
Can you
these. I don't
verify
know
that for us
Yeah,
by
sure.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
About the chain?
No, whether this person, this is how they wanted theirs versus how the UPMC one looks?
Got it.
That's all.
Well, the signs look great, I think.
I think they look
We should probably just
fantastic.
keep them consistent, either one way or the other throughout all of them.
Yes. So let's find out
Very good.
for Tuesday.
Okay, and the second motion is a motion to approve a quarter-page advertisement in the 2016 Gateway Football Program ad in the amount of $65.
I'm only going to ask because Tom's not here. Do we
We
only
bumped
do
it
a
up-
quarter page, or do we do a half a page?
It's your call.
What do we do every year? Yeah, last year.
I think you did a half a page.
We should do a half.
Then we're doing
Half
half,
a page,
same as
all right.
before.
I always started out at a quarter page because I know you'll go up with it. If I start at a half page, you'll go to a full page, so I started at a quarter page.
We good with a half a page? Tom will be happy.
And Mr. Little, if I could, real quick, I got some information that came into me. Those signs, to go back to the signs for a second,
Yeah.
those are actually 2 separate options. They're going to be kept uniform, but either to have it with the chains or to have the 2 posts. Those are the 2 ways we can do it. Don was just giving us 2 options.
Okay.
So I
He's
guess that's just
asking
for
us
us to
to-
decide.
He may have
Oh,
said that in his
okay.
email, and
Okay. Good to know.
Very good. And then resolutions, Mr. Little.
Yeah, first resolution would be a resolution for the disposition of records as set forth in the municipal records manual, and that's for the finance department, basic housekeeping. resolution. The second one is a resolution adopting the Starbucks sewage planning module. That's for the Starbucks and Sleep One project that is going up where, at McMaster's in 22. And the third would be a resolution expressing support for the proposed extension of the Montfayette Expressway by the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission from Route 51 in Borough of Jefferson to the Parkway East, Route 376 in Monroeville.
Council, any questions?
Any issues with the Starbucks, Mr. Yugus?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
I don't know,
And it's,
would this be the proper way to, I wanted to say that to the residents, you hear that ordinance coming up supporting the Montfayette Expressway, there's a meeting you can attend Tuesday, August 16th at Gateway Middle School, which is the old Minerva Junior High. And it's at 6 to 8. So that's at Tuesday, August 16th, Gateway Middle School Gymnasium. I can tell you, we've, elected officials have attended a meeting similar to what you'll see, and I think you'll get a very good idea what they're doing here. So,
you know, for what it's worth, I think it's a good idea. I went to the meeting, but people do need to come, express any concerns, or just have any questions, because that's what they're going to be there for. They're going to have some detailed maps for us to look at. But it's another, you know, it's another way for people to get out east and not have to sit in the congestion of the beloved Parkway.
Yeah, I agree with Mr. Caleri. Not to mention the economic impact of not only our region, but the whole, the whole Mon Valley where this is proposed. I think it's a really good project for the entire region, so we will look at that further on Tuesday.
they're actually telling me that if you took that expressway to the end, you could actually take, it would intersect with another highway, and you could be to the Pittsburgh Airport without ever passing through the city of Pittsburgh.
Correct.
So that'd be a big change for Monroeville, definitely, so.
Good one, a good change.
Good luck. Unity
good.
Friday.
Mr. Hugus, the Starbucks sewage module, or the project itself, do they have a completion date set up yet?
I have not heard of a completion date.
Okay.
I'm sure they're going to try to get on the roof by winter time so they can finish the interior during the winter phase.
Very good. Okay. Council, any other questions? Seeing none, we're going to move over to our ordinances, and Mr. Ratcher, if you could take that.
First ordinance is an ordinance accepting the dedication to public use. We'll put an "of" in there. A certain road known as Rickenbacker Drive, together with the requisite storm sewers located within the street right-of-way, as more fully set forth on a drawing attached here to and made a part of this ordinance.
We've tabled that a couple times, have we not, or at least?
At least once.
Last month it was
Yeah.
tabled.
Is it ready?
It is, I have all the documentation at this point.
Which is the only reason we tabled last month. We
Yes,
didn't
ma'am.
have the correct document.
That's correct.
No
We're
reason
straight,
not to
though.
move forward then.
No, it's good. Good
Okay.
to go.
Next ordinance is an ordinance to provide for an amendment of the 2011 through 2013 capital improvement budget.
Mr. Little, if you could explain.
Sure. This, we have a capital improvement program that was adopted in 2011. I believe it was in January 2011, and it's the current one that we have, although we had been working on a 5-year one back in 2014. It was never adopted. We have a certain amount of money. We have $1.8 million left from 3 different bond issues. Excuse me, I think it's 4 different bond issues. And the money is sitting there. However, that money, in accordance with the capital improvement program on record, has been allocated for certain projects. Now, those projects are either completed, and there may be some residual funds left over, or there are certain projects that just were not undertaken. So this money this ordinance will reallocate the monies that are sitting there in those 4 bond issues, and specifically, I believe this one is a 2011 bond issue, and it'll reallocate money that'll be paid from, for instance, we had a street sweeper for $230,000 and an HVAC system for the library for $180,000, which totals up to $410,000. Instead of purchasing those, or I should say the HVAC library, there is money that is in their operational that'll take care of that. However, it's not $180,000. They have a lesser amount because a consultant and even our own HVAC people in-house have said there's only one boiler that's needed instead of two. So that frees up that money. Instead, we have a matching grant for the recycling grant, as we talked about. That's our match on the $264,000 grant that we got for the purchase of our recycling truck, which we received about a year and a half ago. Also for the Green Light Go project, $120,000, which is the traffic signal for West Patty Lane and Northern Pike. And also the LED, which is $11,000 basically for the actual LED lights. I mean, we're going to be doing the in-kind. Our match on that is the in-kind, our labor to put in the LED lights that our Public Works Department will be doing. And also it's for the purchase of a 2016 Mack with a plow spreader, which is $190,000. Yeah, $190,000. Those trucks are very expensive. And also a vehicle lift to repair it at $17,000, and also for a portable vehicle lift at $44,222. So that comes to $410,000. So that's the reallocation of the funds that we're doing with this ordinance.
I thought we talked about this last month.
Yeah, it was authorization to advertise last month. We
Okay,
have
so
to
now we're
approve
going
it.
to
We
approve.
have to
Okay,
approve it now.
I thought I was having deja vu.
Very good.
Thank you.
Council, any other questions for Mr. Little? Seeing none, we're going to move over to our reports of municipal staff. Mr. Ratcher, any comments?
No report this evening.
All right, thank you. Mr. Hugus.
No, sir.
Mr. Little.
Yeah, I have two things and one thing I left off. As Debbie Izok, she left. The Jazz Festival will be on August the 20th, and also the Rivertown Rhythm and Brews, which we had the first one last year, will be August 27th, the following Saturday at the community park also, and that's being sponsored by, obviously, Rivertown. And also, I don't have on the agenda, the Monroeville Foundation Golf Outing will be September the 12th and at Meadowwink Golf Course. So, and that concludes what I have to say.
Thank you, Mr. Little. And moving over to our reports of council, Mrs. Gatos, if you could start this evening.
Okay, I'd like to start with, this coming Saturday will be the Senior Center's monthly bingo. It's at 12 o'clock, and there is a guaranteed jackpot of $500 with that. Also, their big news, this is going to be their second year. They used to do a one-day appreciation for membership, and they've extended it to a week-long, and it went so well, they're doing it again. That will be the week of August 15th to the 19th. And it's to thank the members for being part of the center and give anyone thinking of joining the center a chance to come and experience what's going on there and take part in it. Each day, there will be a different way to show their appreciations. The events will run from 11 to 1 every day. So please take some time, stop over, enjoy in the fun. You may find that there's things going on you didn't know were there. So, but like I said, that's the 15th to the 19th, so please try and check it out. Also, yesterday was the annual hot dog roast over at the Senior Center, and big thank you to Mr. Sedlak for your grilling skills at the roast yesterday.
He knows how to grill.
And with that as well, I'd also like to tell your mother happy birthday, because I know it's today, as I saw her yesterday.
29.
So, anyhow, okay. Also, we had received a message in regard to the fog sealing truck had some mechanical issues, and the work was suspended until the repairs were made. Well, that has now happened, and they've started work again. Cool. The sweeping is being done on Ridgeview, Calvington, Harvard, and Hillside in that order. This will also occur again prior to the fog sealing going down, and then again after the fog seals down. Am I correct?
Well, the sweeping is commenced. The truck has not been repaired yet.
Okay.
Hopefully
The sweeping
next
is
week.
happening.
Yeah, the sweeping commenced
Okay.
again today.
So there's going to be a lot of sweeping and fog sealing happening on those streets, just so the
Correct.
residents know it is happening, and that is what's going on.
Cars off the street.
Yeah, try and keep your cars off the street is right. It helps the process. September 4th, there is a 5K race at Boys Park. It is to benefit degenerative diseases such as Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, ALS, MS, and more. You can register online at www.pind5k.org. It's an important event to raise money for very big issues. So, if you're interested in running, that's a great thing to attend. And lastly, thank you, Dr. Griesbach, for your job as deputy mayor tonight.
No problem.
That's all I have.
Very good. Mr. Harvey?
Just two things. One, I received an email from the residents you're all familiar that have come up here from Wiltshire Circle and McClure, the McClure Road area, and they were thank you emails. The Public Works did a lot of work down there on Wiltshire Circle, and they're simply thanking us for that. So, and thanks to the Public Works Department for the good job they did. McClure Road is nowhere near done yet, but it's in process, correct?
Yes, it's a work in progress.
And last but not least, you heard me report on the mine subsidence insurance that I thought maybe people should check into. Well, I did. And as a matter of fact, I applied for it because I was on that map. And when you go into the website, I just wanted to advise you that it asks you to put in your address, and it pulls up a map, and there's shaded areas, and if you're in that shaded area, then you're susceptible to mine subsidence, and they will insure you. Now, there's some documents you should go through there. There's a couple things you have to have ready that'll make it easy. It only took me about 10 minutes, and I can tell you they're going to send an inspector to your house, which mine's coming tomorrow, because I applied for it. And it cost me a grand total of $98 for the year. So I think any of you that maybe live in one of those areas, you should probably check into that. And that's it.
Thank you. Mr. Clary?
I just wanted to mention real quick the new group that's been started. I know the ministerium's taken part in it, and I lost my notes. I can't remember her name, but it's a very nice lady from the state police, I believe. Robin Mungo. It's hashtag We Need to Talk. It's a forum for everybody in the community to come together. And obviously, everybody knows it's kind of a crazy time, kind of a crazy place nowadays with all the violence and just, I guess, general unruliness. And this is a forum to help build some community again. Chief Cool was there, and they have another session. It's August 14th at 7 p.m. To be determined exactly where. I'll try to keep you updated. Maybe it's even something we can get up on the website. But we don't have a location yet, but it will be here somewhere in Monroeville. But I strongly encourage everybody to attend. That's all I have for tonight.
Thank you. Mr. Duncan?
I have nothing tonight. I'll reserve for Tuesday.
Very good. And I'll just want to follow up with some comments I made last month about my opinion or desire to get the process moving with potential retirements in the police department to start the process with the Civil Service Commission and getting it test certified. It is a very long process to hire police officers. So I just encouraged Mr. Little to work with the chief, and the Civil Service Commission is going to be meeting later this month, I believe the 24th, just to get the ball rolling. This doesn't mean we're going to hire police officers quite yet, but we want to at least have a test certified. Once we actually get people tested and get a list made, that list is good for up to 2 years. So it's really a no-brainer as far as having that test ready to go in the event we do have to hire more officers. So we'll keep everyone posted as that moves forward. But it is a very long process with multiple steps, and some steps have begun. So the 11th annual St. Bernadette Parish Festival begins this evening, actually, tonight, Thursday, 6 p.m., and it goes through Saturday, 6 p.m., games, rides, food, a flea market. It's a really nice event, and they're located on Azalea Drive, so come out and enjoy the festival and support the St. Bernadette's Parish. This Sunday, August 7th, at the Monroeville Amphitheater is our summer concert series presented by the municipality of Monroeville and sponsored by UPMC East. It starts at 6:30 p.m. at the amphitheater, like I said, and it is the band The Stickers. They are a dynamic Pittsburgh country band. It's always a nice event at the amphitheater for the summer concert series. Hopefully the weather cooperates, but come out, once again, that's 6:30 p.m. this Sunday, August 7th.
We play cornhole?
Maybe. And that's all I have for this evening. Our regular council meeting will be, yes, Tuesday, August 9th at 7 PM. Mr. Little, one more thing.
Yeah, just as the zoning hearing board approved that variance last night for the parking lot to be put down on Saunders Station. I was going to run this down to you, Paul, because you're the liaison. But, because council was asking questions about that, but that variance was approved for the parking lot at the trail down at Saunders Station, was approved last night at the zoning hearing board, just so all council members and the public are aware of that. So we have a parking lot that'll be paved with lighting and striping down there. That'll take at least a year, probably longer than that.
Now, that's in coordination with Westmoreland County, and it's
Correct.
being paid for with a grant.
Right, that's under the grant, that'll be paid by a grant.
Yeah, that's going to be, it's a wonderful amenity for this town, the trail. And there currently is a parking lot, it's a dirt parking lot, and this money's already reserved for this parking lot. And if we didn't approve it for that parking lot, we would not have received that money. We can't use that money for anything else, so it's already paid for by the grant. And the trail is usable right now, so get out and check it out. It's not up to completion by no means. I believe they're going to have that done in the spring of next year, I believe is what they're aiming for. But it's definitely passable now, and Public Works has been doing a good job cleaning it up and making sure that it's draining properly and keeping it mowed. But get down there at the bottom of Saunders Station Road, right near the Bel Air pool. And with that, I will seek a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you and good night.